Yeah, this is literally what is happening right now. Oh, so many good things to watch. But before we get to all of that, let's hear Israel's greatest defender, Lindsey Graham. American politicians are threatening every single ally on the planet in service of one specific ally internationally accused of war crimes. Seems crazy until you remember these politicians sent the bombs used and said war crimes.
So to any ally, Canada, Britain, Germany, France, if you try to help the ICC, we're going to sanction you.
Well, that means I want every ally. And you saw little Justin in Canada and his position.
We're going to invade Canada. No, you're not. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Sanction the entirety of the European Union.
What should the penalty be?
Sanction the entirety of the European Union. Go ahead. Make China's day. Okay? China's probably kicking back, dude. Oh my God. Xi Jinping is like, what? I can't believe they're saying this. I can't believe that they are actively negatively polarizing themselves against the remainder of the Western Hemisphere. What an incredible moment. At the behest of Israel doing a genocide? Oh, incredible work. Good job, America. You're really doing it, man. It's a great idea. Time and time again, I have repeated to all of you that seemingly don't really remember all of these things that I keep repeating over and over again. Soft power only, or hard power rather, military might only works if you have soft power that works alongside it, okay? If you don't do diplomacy, all of a sudden, 800 military bases around the planet become 800 different invasions around the planet, okay? You can't have both at the same fucking time. You can't simultaneously be like, yeah, we're going to now cripple our only remaining, most powerful Western nation allies by threatening them with sanctions and also simultaneously claiming that we're going to go and fucking invade the Netherlands. You can't do that. Okay, this is accelerationist nonsense. A lot of people say, oh, America has the most powerful military on the planet. It's true, okay? America does have the most powerful military on the planet. But even the most powerful military on the planet cannot go against the rest of the planet, okay? Like, yes, you can dominate many other countries, especially countries that have been actively destabilized ahead of time, countries that have been kept behind deliberately, okay? Formerly colonized nations. You can do that. And even then, you do that to limited success anyway, right? You maintain the fucking poppy fields for like 20 years, and then you still have to pull out of Afghanistan at the end of the day. But you cannot maintain this aggressive posture without doing diplomacy. Okay? You cannot maintain this aggressive posture all around the planet without doing diplomacy. I think a lot of people forget that. Okay? A lot of people forget that reality. A lot of people are hopped up on America is the best fumes and fail to consider the calculation if people no longer feel like America is a valuable, reliable ally. If people no longer see America as a reliable and valuable ally, all of a sudden, their military security partnerships turn into a military invasion. Okay? Think about that.
We should crush your economy because we're next. Why can't? So to any ally, Canada, Britain, Germany, France, if you try to help the ICC, we're going to sanction you.
Well, that means I want every ally. And you saw little Justin in Canada and his position. What should the penalty be?
We should crush your economy because we're next. Why can't? So to any ally, Canada.
Because we're next. He also keeps he is not wrong. He is technically not wrong because it is America's unlimited partnership with Israel that allows Israel to do all this stuff. So there is a lot of legal and certainly moral culpability here, which is precisely the reason why maybe America should take the fucking exit ramp, you know? Nope. Full tilt, baby. Full tilt. Yeah, this is literally what is happening right now. America's partnerships, America's sanctions regime that has been greatly escalated post-Obama, but especially during the Obama administration, and then Donald Trump kicked it into high gear, and then Joe Biden even kicked it into higher gear, like unimaginable levels of sanctions, have created an outside, like a secondary market outside of the sphere of Western influence. It literally pushed everyone together. Okay, people talk about BRICS as though it's like a committed partnership in a similar vein to like NATO or whatever. It's not. But having said that, there is a reason why countries that are outside of the sphere of American influence, outside of the sphere of Western influence, are able to withstand these crippling sanctions regimes. Like, it hurts them in the first year or so, but very quickly they have, you're basically creating more enemies for no reason. Okay. And in that process, they're relying on one another. People are, of course, going to adapt. This is so funny because Nate definitely did not read anything I wrote. I'm shitting on the Democrats and he thinks I'm defending them. There's more money in progressive circles than in conservative circles. Harris raised more money than Trump. If Taylor Lorenz is mad that she's not getting more subscribers, maybe it's because she doesn't offer a good product. Wait, what? I didn't disclose any personal details like my birth date, home address, family info, etc. because my family members and even people remotely affiliated me have been harassed and swatted at their homes thanks to reactionary people like you misrepresenting my work and inciting outrage. People like Nate Silver talk such a big game on Twitter, but they'll never engage with me directly. They'll never join me on Substack Live. They'll never have an IRL conversation. They just rant about me and lie about my beliefs to their million-follower echo chambers. Lame. Yeah, I don't think Taylor Lorenz... I don't really understand this. I think people... I don't know how people clip chimp a fucking article. Taylor Lorenz on the glaringly obvious reason why the left can't compete with the right-wing influencer ecosystem. Leftist channels do not receive widespread financial backing from billionaires or large institutional donors, primarily because leftist content creators support policies that are completely at odds with what billionaires want. This is correct. Left-leaning influencers argue for things like higher tax on the rich, regulations on corporations, and policies that curb the power of elites. Wealthy mega donors aren't going to start pouring money into the media ecosystem that directly contradicts their own financial interests. And so, progressive content creators on the left rely on meager crowdfunding efforts to make a living. To turn around and to say, well, Kamala Harris outraised Donald Trump is so fucking stupid. Yes, there were more people that were interested in giving money to Kamala Harris. The Democratic Party and its own organs are not interested in even associating themselves with the independent media ecosystem on the left in the way that very obviously right-wing content creators, independent and mainstream alike, get directly funded by the very same people that are funding the think tanks that are giving them the talking points. That's it. And it's objectively correct. It is objectively correct. Nate Silver is, once again, objectively incorrect. What a fucking idiot. Nate just said grassroots fund your entire media ecosystem. That's not the result here. Yes. That is why there aren't as many people like myself out there, because it's endlessly difficult to get to a point where you can rely on subscriptions, even from a jump off point. For a lot of people, the starting funds necessary to build to build a successful media company requires a lot of capital, like upfront capital. Like, I got endlessly lucky and I worked very hard. And that's the reason why I got to the point that I got to. But there's a reason why there aren't a million examples of me in the same way that there are a million untalented fucking hacks on the right. Because Prager University, Daily Wire, these guys are backed by billionaires and millionaires early on that fund them fund them to the tune of tens of millions of dollars. There are plenty, like right-wing billionaires and millionaires understand the necessity of propaganda. Okay? They understand it. They know how valuable it is. They know how valuable it is to distract people into thinking that the real problem is like trans people or undocumented migrants and not, directly themselves. Hey, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos.